girls, hi everyone, welcome again to my channel with a new video. I hope you are enjoying your weekend. The holidays are approaching. I hope you're gonna have a lovely time with your family and your loved ones. So today's topic is very important and interesting. I've always wanted to speak about. Somehow I always get distracted with something else, but my best friend today, she was like, yeah, please, we love it. I love it. Can you please make a video about it? So here I am. Okay, today we're gonna be speaking dating apps, how it ruined relationships, romance, love, and it's affected psychologically, socially, both, mainly men, actually, more maybe also women. We will see, you judge. Okay. So first of all, girls, young girls, if you are on dating apps, please go and remove yourself, please. I don't think that dating apps is a serious thing, and it's a place to find, I don't know, a husband or a wife, or like that there will be serious men on dating apps. That's just my opinion, but let me tell you why. Let me explain. I'm not here, I always stay neutral, and I try just to analyze socially and psychologically. You have to know that the way men approaches dating apps, it's different. It's different. It's like, I had some like friends, some male friends, and like years ago with my best friend and everything, we were hanging out, and you should know the way men scroll on these dating apps, judging women. It's like they are choosing potato in the supermarket, scrolling, putting something in their cart for shopping. This is exactly how men approaches dating apps. One of them used to be my best friend. I think that's one of the reasons because I just had to leave the place. Like, first of all, there is no emotional intelligence, no respect for females with them. Like, speaking, and with his friend, he was like, oh, look at her, she's a bomb. Should I scroll left or right? That's so disgusting. That's so disgusting, degrading, humiliating for women. Like, I couldn't. I was like, I left, and I think one of them, I was like, okay, because you lose respect for such man. You cannot be a friend with that man. And that's just a preview. This is psychologically how men approaches women on dating apps. For them, it's physical, and they would like go to their male friends and be like, look at her, did you see her, I don't know what, her hair, her lips, blah 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 blah. This is so degrading, this is so humiliating and disgusting, because men did have this. Not all men, not all men. I'm not here, first of all, I never stereotype. I analyze. I just give you the facts, what's going on out there, and it's for you to. I'm not calling. I'm sorry that I give you this advice, but live your life your own. I know that there are the exceptions. I know there are people who like meet their soulmate on dating apps. Recently there was this new mayor of New York, Ramdani or Mamdani. Well, honestly, I haven't heard him saying that he met his wife on Hinge, but it was everywhere in the news. But until now, I haven't double checked or anything. I didn't see him. Although for me, he's not the greatest example in the world, but I don't know. If you're enjoying them, please using them. I'm just here to analyze what's to be analyzed. Of course, not all men, but not the majority. I cannot judge. I cannot judge, but in general, some men out there, they look on the dating apps pictures of women that like they are doing shopping, which is so disgusting. Okay, I give you a real life example I heard while being in the same place with this man. Although this man might be the exception, because it goes back all to the upbringing. It's how you were raised in your household. Were you raised by a father that he always respected your mom as a boy growing up? And did you grow up in a household with women are always valued? Your sister, your mom always pushes you to respect your sister, and this is how you should treat your sister. Okay, that would lead us to a man growing up into a gentleman, into a real man in the society. If you grew up in a household where your father constantly degrade your own mother, I don't know, speak low about her, or like about your sister. If the father has a daughter, he treats her less equal than her brother, then of course you will grow up with this mentality. And we have too many nowadays in the society, you know. So that creates the exception, but we're here to discuss the majority. So I'm not here to insult men or hate on them or anything. I'm discussing the majority, which is the bad, because to solve the issue you have to speak about the issue. If we keep silent and we don't speak about it, then more social diseases in the society. So we always have to speak about it. So what happens, like, what is the impact of dating apps? Men, with their ego and their sense of superiority that they have among women, thinking, oh, I am a man, I get to decide whom to pick as a wife, and blah 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 blah, seeing women like as an available products that they get to choose from, scrolling left and right on these dating apps. So that had like a major impact on relationships and the sense of a real relationship, because it's a human being thing. Once you have more options, that would lead you to make less effort. That's what we are saying. Seeing in the society, men are making less effort to be with a woman, less effort and inability to commit, because you think, I'm a man, I have options. Look at the dating apps, I have 500 girls liking my profile. I'm the macho here. I'm like Brad Pitt of my era, you know. Why am I gonna commit to this girl? Why am I gonna make effort to be with this girl? Like, she should maybe make the effort, you know. I have options here waiting for me, thinking that all the girls that he liked his profile, they will end up being with him. And that goes on and goes on and goes on, like thinking, oh, I'm still young, any girl would like to be with me. Okay, so it's a human psychology, you know. It's like when you want to watch a movie. Do you see the difference between early 2000s whatever until now? Early 2000s people, or like 90s, 60s, 70s people, they used to make more effort to watch a movie. They would go to the movie store, they would rent, buy a DVD, come. It's like something really precious, and like gather with the family, get popcorn, pizza, because it's a movie night day. Everyone is happy because finally they get to watch that movie and got finally access to that movie. So you get pleasure out of it. You keep this innocent pleasure from watching a movie because you did an effort and it was rewarded, and you're happy finally you are watching a movie. Now, for example, with Netflix, you spend 2 hours just finding a movie because you have all these options. Now you are lost. What should I watch? Should I watch this and that? Because it's a human psychology. Once the options increases, making a decision gets more harder. Like, people, they become even more indecisive. What should I watch as a movie? There are too many options. It's overwhelming, you know. Should I watch this? But yeah, you know, you have options B and then you have option C. You spend 2 hours like scrolling on Netflix, and then you end up sleeping, for example. Same for music, like, it was more effort. You go buy a CD, I don't know, you rent, I don't know. But now with Spotify you have all these options, and like, what should I listen to? So it's for a human brain, it gets overwhelming, and then making the decision takes even more time than the usual average. It's exactly the same thing happening with dating apps, because men, they are lost. They think they have options. That's what they think. It's not the reality. Okay, so that would lead them to not commit. They don't want to commit yet because there are options. It's like watching the movie we have spoken about. Why should I watch a movie? But what about this movie? You see, check the trailer or the review, but this looks nicer. And then you start that movie and you're like, you're not invested. You don't make enough time and effort to sit and concentrate because you have all these options. You're looking at them like, skip, next movie. Actually, you know what? That movie, the review, it's the same psychology, because they're not willing to commit. They're like, look, it's the same psychology with the movie. like psychologically you're already not invested, you're already bored after 5 minutes because you are overwhelmed in the back of your mind with these options, and like, no, maybe I should check the next one. It's the same. They would start a relationship, instead of coming with this mentality of being invested, they're coming for this with this mentality of looking for the flaws initially. What's wrong? Looking, scanning for the red flags, because the options are waiting. Maybe this girl, she's blonde, she's more beautiful than this one. Let me see, I'm just gonna go and test one. If I find the smallest flaw, I'm running to the next one, and it goes, thinking that these options are there waiting for him or whatever. So it's the danger of dating apps. So what happens? Consequences on men. Women are less impacted always. Why? I'm not someone hating on men, for real. People who knows me, they know, and people who knows me, they know. Sentence doesn't make any sense, but I mean it. Like, why the impact is always in men? Let me explain. So men, they spend their life like that, hunting for a woman, searching, scrolling left to right, I don't know, having 5 profile in different dating apps, also hunting in the streets, in wherever, and they're not willing to commit. So I mean, initially they are wasting their own time. This I still don't understand, to be honest. Like, you're wasting your own time. You must have really a lot of time doing all this testing. Emotionally, they get impacted because they think, oh, it's just a situationship. It's okay, I'm fine. And he end up getting emotionally attached. That's a reality no one can escape. Unless you are a robot. We don't discuss robots here, but even 3 months, I don't know, 5 months, 6 months, you still get emotionally attached. Okay, but still you think, I have more options, I'm not committing now. Still early. Next bitte, as Germans say. Thank you. Next. Next. But he moved from the first to the next one with a luggage, with a baggage, like an emotional luggage, still with him. He thought it was a situationship. He thought he's playing around. He's not serious. I'm not attached to her. Let's go to the next one. He carried the previous psychological, emotional impact from the first one. He didn't heal from, because he's a man. I mean, he cannot get vulnerable. Next, and the same thing, until they reach the 6th girl. Maybe he's already in his, I don't know, 40s, for example, with all this accumulation that he never sat and healed from, because he thinks it's just situationship, just a game, I'm just playing. He's playing around, he's testing girls, because he thinks girls are video games. Girls' hearts are video games to play with, playing with the first, the second. And in this process, in this journey, he doesn't realize that he also got hurt. He also had trouble to get detached. Maybe he's still attached to the 3rd one while being with the 6th one. And until he reaches the process, he finds himself exhausted mentally, emotionally. His heart is already exhausted. He carried 6 heartbreaks he never cured from, because he's not allowed. He's a man. I'm not allowed to have a heartbreak. I'm allowed to jump to the next one in the list I'm having. Next option. Why I'm gonna waste time to heal? So at the end, he's in his 40s, exhausted mentally, emotionally, with a bad luggage of heartbreaks he never dealt from. Now he's in his 40s. Now he wants a wife. Now he wants to get married. But what is the energy to start from? And what is the girl right now? All these options are not available anymore. But he doesn't realize that he had the options, he had the time, he had the energy. He was playing around, he was testing, he was maybe on the way collecting even the bad karmas from these girls, because it's not a game, it's not a movie, it's a real life. It's people with emotions we are dealing with. Consequences on men. Women, why I said women because women, it's different. Women, when they are single, they are never single, they are never alone, because it's a community we are talking about. I'm looking at the time and I hate to speak too much, more than 15 minutes. It's a community. We have a girl empowerment, woman empowerment. You're allowed to be vulnerable with your best friend. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to heal. You take time to process emotions. You have this support always, family support, sisters brothers, girls, best friends, aunties, even your colleague at work, she will come and support you. Women, they have a woman empowerment community. The girl, she's never alone, she's never single, she's never suffering. She always heals, she processes emotions, she's fine, never carrying that exhaustion mentally, emotionally with her into the next relationship. That's the difference. So it's always like that, like you start from a point of view that you are the winner of the game with all this confidence, but you always end up being a loser of the game, in the game, not of, sorry, in the game. Because I spoke in one of my videos, it's God, it's justice of the universe. You cannot fight that. So be careful, men, guys out there, how you approach your dating relationship. How are you approaching it? Please check my video of good intentions. It's generic, but it's life, it's everything, it implies in everything. Are you approaching it with a footballer playing with girls, like a footballer playing around, or like with serious intention? It makes a difference. And also, girls, please stay away from dating apps. It's not I mean, if there are exceptions and everything, I'm happy for you, but in general, the more you remove yourself from there, the more happier you are, and the more you participate in the solution, in solving the issue, because you're not putting yourself there as a product for a man, and you don't know that man, how he was raised in how his household, how he seeing women. Is he respectful of women? Is he valuing the woman, or he sees you like an object there, showing off to his boyfriend, guys, friends, like, look at her, she's a bomb. Like, so disgusting when men do this. And thank you. Have a nice day, weekend. Thank you. Bye.